it, IKEA. You're literally going to make it to where it's like a magnetic pull. I'm like, IKEA, pulling me in. That's like a tractor beam. Big news, people, big news. IKEA has a new blanket. I know. $2.99. I'm like, what? How is that only $2.99 and how did I not see that before? Well, hello, welcome back to the House of Valentina. I'm Valentina, if you're just tuning in for the first time. And today, I have got so many luxurious products that are available at IKEA. A lot of these items aren't even new. They're just items that when I was browsing through the website and just, this is what I do to decompress. I mean, call me crazy, I know, but that's, as a designer, I love to just look and see what's out there. And when I found these items, I was like, wow, there are so many great items at IKEA that truly can give you a very luxurious look for so much less. You are not gonna believe the prices on some of these items. Look at me, I'm like, oh, I need to set my coffee down. I'm just too excited. This is how I get. It's just like, it's IKEA. Okay, there, we got it out of the way. That's how I think they should all pronounce it for all their commercials and everything. All their employees should just call it that. But yeah, I have not won them over to just yet on that. But I do think you're gonna absolutely love all of these finds. You're gonna be shook to the core by the prices on them. And I'm gonna give you some styling hacks on how to use these, because the truth is, I think the reason why I've overlooked them is the way IKEA was styling them. So I'm gonna hook you up today. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. We're almost to 350,000 subscribers. And make sure that you check out our IKEA playlist, because it just grows every few weeks, because I'm like, oh, I found everything good to find at IKEA, and then I'm like, whatever. It just seems like there's just so many great products, and sometimes it's about how you see them and how you put them together that really creates that luxurious look. So I can't wait. Let's jump into today's video. Let's start with the Amaaazing. This is an absolutely fundamental piece that everybody needs to have in their home. But when you want to create the ultimate luxurious look, I think that a beautiful, crisp, white cotton duvet like this is just, you just have to have it. How do you live without it? It really gives you that hotel-like feel in your bed. Really just is a fundamental piece for your bedding. You can switch it out and do colors and all kinds of things, but if you really want a luxe look, I would 100% look at this duvet. It is only $49.99 for a king size. So it is really budget friendly, and it's really gonna be a piece that you just keep forever. I still have IKEA linens in my home that I've had for 10 years. Like, they really are really good, and I say this on every one of these videos. The linen section at IKEA is actually just a little nugget. It's just like this little gem. And so yeah, I think it's amazing, and I think you guys will love having that really fresh cotton on your bed. If you are in the market for a bed, I would 100% check out the Gladstead. This is one of their upholstered beds, and I think that it's actually quite beautiful. Now, I was looking at the photos and I was thinking, it's funny when I see the stock image, right? This is how I create my mood boards, not only for my clients, but for you guys. If you've ever checked out my LTK app, if you guys don't know what that is, you need to know about it. The LTK app is just a simple one touch, hop into the app, give you guys my mood boards in here, and you're able to see all of my designs and how I put everything together, and rooms, clothing, and I do roundups like this. So when I see a piece really from that stock image, because I'm imagining how I'm gonna put it together in a room, right? Not how they did it. I think the way that they put this room together on their images online actually degrades it. I think it makes it actually look a little bit cheap. It's kind of kitschy, it's kind of cute. There's a lot of stuff going on in the spaces, even the one that was a little bit more pared back, and I think that downgrades that piece, to be honest. That bed is only $2.99 for a queen. That is such a good price, and it is a beautiful baseline that you can use in your space. I recommend, if you're just getting started and you're not sure how to put a whole room together, think about painting the room out in a nice creamy white. This room is simply white, or basically the equivalent to Simply White by Benjamin Moore. And so I think that you could paint your room out in a color like this, have this beautiful bed and a fresh white duvet, and you can see how we're building out a very different room from what's on their website, and it really will give you a very luxurious look. Now, let's go ahead and pile some more things onto this bed, shall we? Let's add on the girly cushion. I know, it's funny, girly, but G-U-R-L-I. These are gorgeous linen pillow cushions. And I think that a lot of times what happens is that we just put a couple pillows on the bed, right, for our head, maybe one decorative, and then we just kind of lose steam. I think adding these are lumbar pillows, those will really give you a very sophisticated, modern, classic look on the bed. The other option would be to go with their body pillow. I love this look. It's a little thing that I do quite a bit when I want a pared back, modern, almost more hotel-like kind of feel, and I don't want a lot going on. I love the body pillow. They sell their body pillow for only $17.99. It's called the Axe Fool, and that is a really great piece to have either way. It looks great across the full length of the bed, and it's really comfortable to sleep with. They have got the body pillow cover. It's the Nonia, and you could get it in the white. They've got it in the gray, and it's only $5.99. $5.99 for the cover. So yeah, these are beautiful building blocks for a bed that's just gonna feel so luxurious. You're just gonna wanna run and jump in your bed. I think that if you really want that feeling, you need to take it just a little bit further. And I personally would add on the Vagort. The Vagort is this plush comforter. That's where I think a lot of times we get a little bit stuck. We're trying to figure out how to get that fluffy, gorgeous, luxe kind of feel in a bed, and don't just do a duvet. You've got to add at least a blanket or another comforter at the end of the bed will really give it a very plush look. So this one is ideal. It really has a very classic modern look to it. So it's not gonna go out of style. It's gonna look amazing for a really long time. For me, as soon as I start pulling together all these rooms and I'm seeing the vision of how this space is going to come together, I start thinking accessories. And this is one of the new items that I'm like, dang it. Stop it, Ikea. You're literally going to make it to where it's like a magnetic pull. I'm like, Ikea, pulling me in. That's like a tractor beam on Star Wars or something. I don't know. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It is a magnetic pull drawing me to it. Yeah, so they have new stuff. So yeah, the Paleron. This is a set of vases that you guys, anyone that knows me is gonna be like, oh, it's sculptural and it's a vase. Yep, now you can see why I'm like, I gotta go to Ikea. I love it, I love it, I love it. I love this place. Those vases are so beautiful. The set is only $17.99. Put those on your nightstand. It's going to look gorgeous. It's just gonna really fill out the space, give you something, put some roses in it, put some faux greenery, whatever you wanna put in it. Dress it up and give yourself these luxurious moments that when you go to sleep and you wake up, you're just like, I get to live here. This is amazing. I love it. I also really love the VIN Stila. These are absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous tea light holders. I think that they really just warm up a space, so I would 100% put that on the nightstand. I have a candle going back here right now, but you can't even see it. So the nice thing about having one that's made of glass is that you would see the ambient light off of it. So I think they're great on consoles, coffee tables. I always have a candle going in the kitchen. I like the way that it just makes the kitchen smell really fresh. I think that this just, on your desk, this would be perfect on your desk at work, and you have a little tea light going. And anyone that has watched any of our Ikea content knows we literally always talk about the tea lights that they sell at Ikea because they're really, really good, and they've got a really great stash of all different flavors. I think their fresh cut grass one and their wood smoke, whatever it is that they call it. Those are so good, and yeah, would smell amazing sitting by the desk. So yeah, I'm a fan. I think the VIN Stila is amazing. What a great addition. I'm like, woohoo, this is what Ikea does, right? They just draw us back in. big news, people, big news. Ikea has a new blanket. I know, you're like, what? Is it good? Oh yes, oh, it's so good. This is the Humlamat. It is only $24.99. So it's super affordable. It comes in a really beautiful off-white color. It comes in a warm green and a rich navy. And I would 100% put that on the bed. I put it in a chair, I put it on the sofa. A blanket like that with that knitted material that's still in a light color is just, you're just always gonna use that somewhere, and it's gonna be really nice to cuddle with. And again, I think that it's not just about, luxury isn't about how much something costs, it's about how it makes you feel. That's the thing to remember with luxury. I know other people might define it differently, but that's how I define it. I think that if you feel amazing in your space and feel pampered by the things around you, things will feel luxurious to you. So I think that that blanket for only $24.99, I don't know that I've ever really talked about the pack system. I was trying to remember, because you know we have like 40 videos in our IKEA catalog of video content, okay? You really need to check out the playlist if you haven't already. The fun thing about the playlist is once you click on the playlist, you can literally binge watch it and it'll play it'll play the entire playlist for you. But the pack system, I think that is one of the best little, again, a little nugget that you just find and you're like, well, have we talked about the pack system? Because you could use those in your closet, you could use them in a garage, you could use them in a basement for storage, you could use them in a living room where you want to have clothes storage, you could put them at the top of the stairs. Like, there's so many ways that you could use those for storage in your home. And I think having a place to put all your junk will really give you a more luxurious look in your home. That's how I do it, I just hide it all. Next up, let's talk about a sofa series that I just love. I think that the Kvik Collection just looks very modern luxe. I really like how clean lined it is, and I love that these sofas, I know so many people, because of course when we lived in Denmark, many people over there had IKEA pieces because there's less options actually available over there. So many of my friends had owned the Kvik sofa, whether it was a sectional or the sofa or chair. They'd owned it for absolutely years. And it just stays in their catalog because it's lasting. And I think that you can really create a really luxe look with the Kvik Collection. It does come in several colors, and so you can really choose what you really want. Anthracite, I can't talk today. The dark gray looks really, really good. And the medium gray has been really, really popular. But if it was me, I would buy the warm beige color that they have, because I think that that will really lighten your room, and you can add in darker accents the way that I have here, and I think that you will just love the result. If I had this sofa in my home, which I 100% would absolutely purchase that myself, I would fill it up with some great cushions. Their Dutog collection is beautiful. I have owned pillows from that collection for absolutely years. $11.99 for a 20 by 20. That's a really good price, just in case you weren't sure, okay? That is a really good price. $11.99 for a 20 by 20 for linen is a great price, and they come in a lot of different colors. You could go with the darker colors, you could go with the lighter colors. That's where you get to really have fun. Depending on what color sofa you picked, you'll dictate which of the colors you might want to pick from this collection. If you went light, you might want to pick one of the darker gray colors that they have, or like me, add a little bit of light onto it as well, and you can do that for so little money. I absolutely love the Prakt Salvia pillow. This is only $2.99. I'm like, what? How is that only $2.99, and how did I not see that before? We're gonna need a visit to IKEA, okay? Can you tell, okay? And don't forget, you can always order online. This isn't a paid ad. I'm just actually this much of a fan of IKEA, okay? But I think that those are absolutely gorgeous. And if you mix these two collections on your sofa, it is going to look so luxurious. Now make sure you do not fall prey to buying one of their fiberfill inserts. They're like $4 and you're like, ooh, $4. Can fill my pillow for very little. Just don't do it. You will regret it. It will not give you a luxurious look. Instead, splash out. Go for the one that's the down fill, the fjord drawer, however you say that. It's the down insert. It's only $9.99. Okay, it's only $9.99. Totally worth it because you're gonna have them forever. We've been talking about the sofa and we've been talking about what we're gonna put on it, and you could put that blanket on there too. I know, we're really creating out of space. You can see how my mind works. I think in rooms and pulling it all together. So if you're doing that, I would suggest checking out their coffee tables. There are a lot of coffee tables that just kind of look a little bit cheap, if I'm just being honest. But I do think that the Asperod actually looks really high end, and it's only $159. Do you know how cheap that is for furniture? But it also is really, really pretty, and it has that quality look to it. Now in this room, I'm sure a lot of you know the room, I've actually got double coffee tables. So that's the advantage of a coffee table like that, is that you could actually push two of them together to create a bigger coffee table look. You can't do that with a lot of the round ones that they sell. They do look good, but if you really want to fill out your space to really give yourself this grand luxe look, if you have the space, I would think about having two of those pushed together. But either way, $159, it's glass top, you can spray it down. It's gonna be a piece that just lasts. It's a really beautiful piece, really clean lined, very modern looks. I think you guys will love it. In order to entertain my designer brain, I needed to at least add a rug into this. Because in my mind, I've already started to give you like the whole room and it's finishing out, and we need a rug, okay? We cannot have a room without a rug. You really need a rug. The biggest problem at Ikea is that most of the rugs that they make are too small for really almost any room that you're ever going to have. Almost no room. There's almost no room that you need a 5x7 rug for. Because if you can't fit an 8x10 rug in, you're not fitting a queen bed in there. You're not fitting a dining table on it. You're not fitting any sofa on top of it. So only if you're in like a dorm or a microscopic studio in New York are you gonna be able to use their 5x7 rugs. You're very limited at Ikea, and I would say that's probably their biggest downfall. They actually have amazing rugs. They are really high quality. They really stand up to use. I've owned them, I've loved them, they're really, really good. But I think that it's a little bit of a disadvantage that they don't have them in bigger sizes. So when you go to look for a rug at Ikea, there's two that I think I would use in these little spaces I've kind of created in my mind. I think that the VOD score, it's a little over 6x9, so it's almost a 7x10. It's only $129, and it's a woven rug. It is really, really pretty. That is going to give you a little bit more of like a rustic luxury kind of look. It's gonna make it a little bit more approachable. Or you could go with the Tverstead. That one is about 8x10. It's a little bit more, it's $329, but have you shopped for rugs? Because I am telling you, $329 for an 8x10 is crazy good. It's a really good price, okay? I think that those really would anchor your space. If you put that rug with that sofa, if you put that rug with that bed, it's gonna really elevate the room. It's really going to create a very luxurious look. And then if you pile on those pillows and start accessorizing the space, just some beautiful books and a few little accessories, it's gonna look amazing, and you're gonna hardly have to spend any money. So this is what I love about Ikea. They share my dream of the democratization of design. Do I spend more money on things at times? Yes. Do I splurge on things? Yes. But sometimes you just wanna save some money. And when you do, Ikea is the place to go because they always have you stocked up with great finds. So I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I've enjoyed getting to hang out with you guys, and I really enjoyed just like going through the website and just looking for what have I not seen before? What are these things? So I'll leave all the links for these items down below in the show notes for you in case you want to shop any of them. For many of these items, they are available online if you're not near an Ikea. I mean, if you are, let's go. I'll meet you there. You got time right now? Let's go. But either way, make sure you check out that playlist, check out the links down below, and hit subscribe if you haven't already, because you know we're gonna have some more Ikea content coming your way very soon, and some amazing room makeovers. You guys are not gonna believe the things that we're working on. It's gonna be awesome, and we don't want you to miss out. All right, cheers you guys. See you in the next one.